All right, so thank you God for giving me the opportunity to make this video.
Okay.
Well,
One
part
Piece
two is here.
update, part two. Part one is already up, so if you want, you can go see that. So, first of all, I want to start and talk about these dang cover stories. I am so mad at Oda because what do you mean you're making me have these soft-hearted feelings towards CP9 of all people? Listen, I want to stay mad at them. And what do you mean they're
Uh-oh.
like out in the streets performing party tricks to raise money so
It's
that they can
almost like nuance is a real thing, you know? What Oda has made us realize is that even with the most evil and most dreadful things that we perceive, keyword perceive, even with the most evil and most dreadful thing that we perceive, they too experience utter evil. They too experience difficulty. The world isn't so black or white. It's perception based. And sometimes that's not a good enough answer. Okay? So, as much as you may hate a specific group of people, okay? Okay? As much as you may hate somebody for supporting something, or I don't know, maybe hate a Trump supporter or something, the world is not exactly as black and white as you think. Perhaps Trump supporters are not so evil. Perhaps immigrants are not so evil. Perhaps the world is just a little bit more nuanced, but we're all willing to make everybody the evil person. But then again, to simply say that the world is not so evil is not a good enough answer, like I stated earlier. You have to find a bad guy. That's the way the world functions. The world functions in absolutes. You have to find who's evil, everybody goes for that evil, and boom, the world feels like a better place. That's exactly what happened in World War II. That's exactly what happened in World War One. That was the whole reason why the Nazi regime rose up to power in general. The world needs to find a common evil, and once they find a common evil, they all target towards that evil, and that's just how the world works. So we are programmed to solve things in absolutes. That's why we find evil in this world, and that's why we go towards it and we refuse to see nuance, even though the world is a lot more nuanced. But I'm glad that Oda does this very good job to say that, hey, even those people that you consider really, really bad, they got a lot to them. They got a lot to them. So
pay for Lucci's medical expenses. I'm it makes me
yeah.
want to be like more endeared
The only thing I have to say is that he who has ears, let him hear. That's
to
all I have to
them,
say.
but I'm still mad. I still hold a grudge. They caused so much pain and suffering and problems for everyone in Water 7 and Enies Lobby, and you mean that they're just like all fine as a pack now and they're like off. I'm I don't they make me mad. They make me mad. But I'm also like, "Oh, that's so sweet that they want to help Robert." I'm like, "Really? You guys are wasting your efforts on Robert?" Look, maybe they
I mean,
will,
he is the leader.
turn over a new leaf or something, but I'm very salty because Lucci is fine. They were able to pay for his medical expenses. And the last one I read, they were like going bowling. I'm like, what do you mean? There's like this auction battle and intensity going on, and then you guys are just off bowling. I mean, maybe now that they're away from Mr. Spam, they'll turn over a new leaf, but oh, I'm really having
Jeez,
some
it's
inner
almost like people are
confliction
not
about CP9.
so one
So anyway,
dimensional.
so this is the part I was really, really, really excited about. So the gang is able to escape and they get back to the little like bar where Silver's is. And we get to find out, you guys, some Roger lore, and I'm so excited. I've been waiting for so long. Finally, over 500 chapters in, and we can learn more about Roger other than he was the pirate king who hid the One Piece
Right,
somewhere.
right.
So, first of all, and I would like to say too, that in one of my theories, like not my last theory video, I think, but the last one, I can't remember. In one
Mm-hmm.
of my theories, I think I said that Roger must have turned himself in, and he did. We find out, which it was kind of
Oh,
sad because Silver said that he had a terminal illness 4 years before he was executed, and I'm I'm like, holy cow, what is with, I find it very, very interesting that illness is mentioned so much in this story, and not in a bad way at all. I think it's really cool, and it's also really realistic. I mean, there's a lot of people with different illnesses, and I don't necessarily know if like cancer is a canon thing here, but the fact that he puts in
Fair
things
enough.
like illnesses and contagion, I don't know, it just really adds to this expansive world building that he does, and it makes me like want to learn about it all. Like, ooh, what did he have? Where did he get it? So anyway, so he basically turned himself in and he disbanded his crew, said to go on and keep living their lives. So they all went their separate ways. And he did this very strategically, because when he was executed, he basically said, this is when he declared that, whoever can find the One Piece, my treasure that I have hid, you can be the next pirate king. And it basically lit the world on fire. The Navy was all cocky and confident that they had complete control over the situation and were going to put out this age of pirates. And Roger just completely put up his middle finger and said, haha, I'm going to whip up a new age of pirates right here. And that's exactly what happened. Silvers said that there was never more laughing, crying, celebrating, and grieving than that day where he was executed. We also find out that he was born in Logtown, which I thought was very,
Oh.
very interesting.
Wait, didn't we
Which
already
I
know that?
loved Logtown. It makes me want to go back now and
No, we knew that's where he
reread
was
that
executed.
arc.
Right,
It's
right,
so
right.
short. I also, again, keep finding it so interesting. So Shanks told Silvers that he met this kid named Luffy, and he was saying the exact same things that Roger was saying. And I'm just so curious because I don't know. Like it's
What did he
not only
say?
they
Like
look
King of the
alike.
Pirates?
Like
Isn't
that's
that a
why
lot
I
of people
thought that
though?
Roger was maybe his grandfather. I want to know what the connection is. Like I'm like, what is he, like, reincarnated? Is he like literally Roger's spirit? I just wonder
Ooh,
what the
that's
connection
interesting.
is, because
Wait, is there
Luffy just
reincarnation in One
very
Piece?
much, he's fundamentally similar to Roger. He's clearly being set up, and not just as the MC, like this is literally who he is. It seems like he and Roger are almost like the same person, even with their
Right.
laughter, right? And wanting to smile through the situation. So I just find that very interesting. And then I got another theory correct. We found out, Robin asks, do you guys know what happened during the 100-year gap? And he said, yes, we found out everything and we know exactly what happened. I was so excited. I was so excited that I was right. Like, part of me, I'm telling you, I wonder like how it's all connected. And I feel like you guys who are caught up still don't know. Oda's diabolical for teasing this. It like first of all, he teased it in Skypiea, and then he's confirming it now. And then if I go on to read 600 more chapters and still barely know anything, it's painful. Okay, I want more, but I feel like Oda like strings you along with question, 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 and then he like info dumps all these revelations, and then he's silent again for like another 400 chapters in between different topics, so it feels like it's been forever. But I'm very, very excited. And Robin also says that she doesn't want to know. She wants to find out for herself. And I really was shocked, but also surprised. And I think that that's kind of, it speaks to her as an archaeologist. She wants to adventure and find it out for herself. So I thought that that was a really cool thing. And then Luffy has something similar when Usopp asks, do you know where the One Piece is? And Luffy blows up and says, don't you dare tell me anything about the One Piece. If you spoil anything about what the One Piece is, where it is, if it exists, I'm gonna quit pirating right this second, because that's no fun, and I'm not gonna be a pirate unless it's fun. And everyone was like so shocked, and floored by his response. And you see Silver's and forgive me, the woman that he's with just smile, like they clearly
Shocky?
love this response. And it's so cool, and it really shows that Luffy genuinely just loves being a pirate for the fun of it. You know, he wants to explore and have his own journey. Like, how many people would have done that? You know what I mean? Like, how many other people would
Right.
turn away the chance to know anything about the One Piece from Roger's right-hand man? It's really, really cool.
I'll be honest, same. I would turn it down.
And
Maybe back then I
he said a
wouldn't, but right
quote
now, where we're at
that
in the
I
story, I would
love
turn it down.
here. He said, "The one who is most free is the Pirate King." And again, it goes through this theme of Luffy representing freedom, and it's just, it was such an awesome moment. I loved it. Right at the end, we see that the Navy Admiral has arrived, and who is it? His name is Kizaru. I was like, who is this guy, and why does he look so familiar?
Bosalino.
He's the agenda piece guy. I was like, no, it literally clicked, and I'm like, oh. Anyway, agenda piece guy, we'll see what happens. I'm about out of time on this, too.
I like that.
I hope you enjoyed the
guy.
update. I'll check in soon, okay? They're gone.
All right. That was that did not last very long. That was not much of a break in between the both of them.
All gone.
But sure, why not?
What did I just read? I never, spoilers for Sabaody, click away now.
Sabaody.
I never want to see Luffy that devastated again.
What happened? I couldn't save any of them.
Again,
what
I feel
happened?
like he's like a little brother. I'm devastated. I feel like I'm like too in shock to even cry or do anything. Like I got so excited when because they defeated the pacifista of Kuma, which,
okay.
First of all, what the hell?
Oh, the robot
clone
thingies?
4 or 5 of him. So they defeat like 2 of them, and then the real one shows up, and then freaking Kizaru is there. I hate that guy. But then we were like so happy because Rayleigh stepped in and they were gonna escape, and then the freaking real Kuma is there, and Luffy has to watch, the crew has to watch as every one of them are I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm at loss for words. I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
I'm sorry.
I feel like the only other time we've seen Luffy like genuinely devastated like this is when he had his fight with Usopp, and even that is nothing compared to this.
Yeah.
And like the rest of the crew's devastation. Obviously they can't all be dead per se because they're the main crew, but like they're clearly going to be separated, and then we've got this whole execution with Ace. Like, I want to go back to Skypiea where it's funny. Please, even Thriller Bark. I don't want to do this. I don't want to keep reading. I don't want to keep reading, but I'm going to have to. I can't stop reading now, so I'm going to keep reading, and I'll check back in later, but...
You got this.
I'm really sad, you guys. I was not expecting the arc to end like this at all. I did not see it coming at all. I'm devastated.
And yeah, that's where we're going to end this one, guys. I wanted to like split this one up into 2 videos. I probably still will. I don't know how like I'm gonna like finish. I don't know. I have to figure out how I'm gonna split it into 2 videos. I probably will just make it 1 video because like it didn't really seem as long as I thought it would be. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yes, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your family and friends, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace out. Stay classy. Thank you, God, for giving me the opportunity to make this video.